Hi everyone! So do you guys remember when I said that I wanted to start doing some more base game only builds? Well, that is what we are going to be doing today. I know not everyone is able to buy all of the packs for Sims, and I know how expensive it can get, especially if you're trying to buy more than one pack at a time. And so you guys don't have to spend any money on packs, I've decided to do a base game build for you guys and your Sims. If you guys do want to download this build, it is available now on the gallery at virgoxsims. And on that note, let's jump into the video. Okay, so this build is also based on a actual floor plan. So if you guys are kind of new to building or you guys have no idea what you want to build, I recommend going to like a floor plan website, or I honestly just went to Pinterest and I looked up, I think it was like family floor plans or something. I really didn't know like what I was looking for going into this, but I was looking for something that I knew I could recreate easily with base game. Something that had at least like 3 bedrooms and was 2 stories. So I really had no idea what I wanted going into this, right? So when I found this house, I was like, okay, this is simple. Like it's a cute family house. And personally, I would like to live here. I wouldn't mind it. And the inside, I do really like the floor plan and the way it came out. And when I was looking at it, when I first downloaded it, downloaded the picture, I should say, I really wasn't sure how this floor plan was supposed to be, I guess. Like, you guys will see once we go inside, but it was like, I don't know, it was just kind of hard to build at first, right? So, as you can see right now, I'm building some closets, and of course right now they don't have any function, but if you guys have the get together pack, you guys can actually slot a closet into that if you guys really wanted to. And make it functional, which is what I would have done if I wasn't doing only base games. So I use the closets a lot. So your Sims, they're kind of just similar to like dressers. So they're not super useful, but you can woohoo in them. So if you guys like the idea of like that added little bit of realism, which I do, I love realism in The Sims. So when I just I'm thinking back to like when the Bust the Dust kit came out, right? And I was really excited for it. But oh my lord, like trying to like sweep up all the little pieces of dust, and like, oh my god, it was a underwhelming, to say the least. Same with Laundry Day. Now, I really do like Laundry Day sometimes, but a lot of the time it can get really overwhelming, and I stopped placing washers and dryers in my builds. So actually, speaking of washers and dryers, there is a room off the kitchen that you probably just saw me build. It's going to be next to the bathroom, and I eventually like make it into a pantry, but it's actually supposed to be like a utility room or a laundry room. So if you guys do have Laundry Day, that's what that room is technically supposed to be used for. But that's just to let you guys know in case you want to change it. I really like this little alcove entry area, and I do wind up actually moving the desk, but I really do like the way that this came out. And a lot of my builds, I feel like I don't put a proper entryway in, so to actually have one in this build was really, really nice. And I just think that they're like comforting, cozy. Also, this little trick, I think I saw it on TikTok. Basically, you just put a platform underneath a fireplace, and it just makes it look so much more realistic, right? Like, I don't know too many people who have like fireplaces in their houses that don't have like a little platform like that. You know what I mean? I don't know too many people who have fireplaces anyway. But the ones that I've been to, the houses that I've been to actually do have that little bit of a platform. So I think that's like another little added bit of realism. I actually don't remember the creator that I saw this like tip from, but I'm sure other people have done it before in the past and stuff too. I thought it was really cool, and now I've been doing it in like all of my houses. But yeah, like the I was trying to like mimic built-ins, and I do not like the gap. I'm just gonna let you guys know now. The gap between the fireplace and the built-ins are kind of bothering me. But I think overall, the built-ins are pretty good. that is one thing that I really, really want from The Sims is some decent like built-ins. Like just I don't know. I don't even know how they would go about it, but I just like want real genuine built-ins for my builds. I don't know why. I just think like built-ins are so nice. And like I I'm trying to think like I don't think I know anybody who actually has built-ins in their house, so maybe like that's why. But I think having built-ins is just such a like common thing you see in like really nice houses. I don't know. Also, I do wind up going here to play test. I wasn't 100% sure if my sim could walk through there, but she can. And this couch, first of all, this is my favorite couch in the entire game, and I'll tell you why. So, first of all, comfort. It looks so cozy. I don't know how to explain it. It just looks so comfortable, but it's also the only like realistic looking couch I think that there is in the game. And like, cause I don't know, I mean, my couch is a sectional, but most people that I see that even have sectional couches, they're comfortable looking like that. You know what I mean? They're more plush. And like I feel like all the other not houses, all the other couches in The Sims just they're like flat, you know what I mean? Like they just you look it looks like they're stone. Oh, that is one feature that I really miss from The Sims 2. So, if you guys are just Sims 4 players and you've never played The Sims 2, basically when your sim like sits on the couch in The Sims 2, like the actual cushion goes down and it's just the little features, man, in The Sims 2, like they're just I'm trying to think of other ones. So when your Sims cook in The Sims 2, they actually like open cupboards, they open drawers and like pull like bowls out or like spatulas or you know what I mean? Like things like that. And I think that little bit of detail is just so cute. And I wish The Sims had that. But you know what? Like I I really can't complain about The Sims 4. Like there are first of all, I know a lot of bugs and there's a lot of glitches, but I really do like the Create a Sim, and I think the building I think is the best in The Sims 4 minus like the lack of uh my brain's the wheels are turning in there. It's just the swatches. Like I would really like Create a Style again. Like that was really my main I think probably like the best part of The Sims 3 was the creative style. But now that I think about it, I really didn't use creative style that much as a kid because I think I played Sims 3 more when I was a kid, maybe than no. I was gonna say I play it more than Sims 2, but Sims 2 was like a different time for me. Like Sims 2 was my first game, right? Like, um, 2003, I was 3 or 4 when I first started playing Sims. So that was really my first game until The Sims 3 came out. And I remember when The Sims 3 came out and I was stunned, like to say the least. And I think I started playing it on console first. And then I got a laptop or something for my birthday. And I remember playing Sims 3 for the first time. And once I started playing on my laptop, it was literally like earth shattering. Like I guess earth shattering probably isn't the best word. It was mind blowing. There we go. That's probably a better word. Earth shattering sounds a little more negative. My mind was blown. That's all I that's all I was trying to say, man. Like my mind was blown. Also, in this build, so I'm trying to make like a platform, as you can see, and it's just like that stupid roof glitch right now. And so I had to go through and kind of edit that and like work around the wall a little bit and just make like a shorter part of the roof so that way it wasn't clipping through the wall. But this is kind of a trick that I like to do. So if you have like, let me think. If you have Snowy Escape, for example, there is a singular shower head. There's also one in University too, but I like the one in Snowy Escape. But basically, I like to make my own walk-in showers. But you know, since we're using base game, I can't do that here. So I like to do like a shower and then a platform and then the bathtub. I think it like I don't know. Have you ever seen like have you ever seen like bathrooms that have that in it? I used to watch like a lot of HGTV, so I guess it kind of makes sense. But it's kind of usually in those like bigger fancy family homes that have like a master bath, you know, and they have like a little platform, and then they have like a big walk-in shower like right next to it. I like those. I'm sorry, I really like those. Also, I finished like the bathroom and I was like, I forgot a toilet. So I decided to do like this funky like angular wall, and I don't hate it. I think it's actually kind of cute. And I think it takes up less space that way because you need like, two tiles to be able to get in there, and it took up less space doing the angled wall, so I don't hate it. Also, I'm doing a walk-in closet here, but what I probably would do if I was using if I were to use like all the packs, I would do Dream Home Decorator and do like a really big like nice walk in and make it really fancy. But I think it looks pretty good with base game too. Right now we're just doing the master bedroom, and I was kind of unsure about this space, right? Because I think what made me upset is like the windows weren't centered, but I was like, you know what, maybe we can make it work. And I actually really like the way that the master came out. I actually really like the way the whole house came out. At first I was kind of skeptical, and afterwards I think it's pretty solid. Um, the only thing I'm not like huge on is the outside. I think it might just be because I'm not a huge fan of the windows, but I was really trying to replicate the picture, and there's not a lot of windows that have shutters in The Sims, and I really don't like that. Because Sims 2 had like separate shutters to the windows. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was like a decoration, and you could like put it on certain windows. Now, obviously, it doesn't fit on like most of them, but like it was really cool that they had those, and I kind of wish they would have them in Sims 4, but a girl can dream. But right now, I am building a kids' room, and gotta have the Penguin TV, and my vision for this room was to kind of have like a little play corner, like separate from the rest of the bedroom, and I was kind of trying to do like a chalk wall over there, but then I was like, I don't know, like there's not really anything I could put over there that like signifies that this is a chalk wall, so I think I wound up painting it back. But um I'm putting like a little desk here, so your Sims can do homework, and I did put a bunk bed in here if your sim if your kid wants to have like a sleepover, or you have two Sims or two kids in this room, they can share. So I thought that was kind of a good idea. And this room could easily like be converted into like a teens room. They're both of the rooms are the same size, this room and the other one. So you could turn this into whatever room, or you could even turn it into a guest room. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, now we're getting into the teens room. So, okay, the vision that I had for the teens room is clutter, right? Because I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, even now, like I have such trouble like keeping my room clean and like organizing and like doing stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to I guess give this sim a similar problem. So I'm going through debug. A lot of this is going to be me scrolling through debug. So I tried to cut a lot of this out. But so if you see like weird breaks, it's because I cut a lot of the scrolling out. But basically I was just going through trying to find things that were like clutter items. Like you can see like I have a fork and like a slushie and like soda cans and like things like that. So I kind of wanted to just put that all over her room, right? Or his room or their room. I wasn't really sure like what kind of sim would live in here. But I just tried to put a little bit of everything, if I'm being honest with you. Like anything I could find, I just threw into this room, really. But let me think. Oh, there is like a really cute part I will have to note later on. But yeah, I just put like stuff on the floor, oh, this picture, I wanted moving that, but oh, I do actually decide like, hey, there's not really like a lot of room with the bed this way. So I kind of wind up flipping it around because, yeah, I'm doing that right now. I just kind of wind up doing that because I wanted to fit a desk in there because I remembered at this point, like, oh, the kid has a desk, but the teen doesn't. So I wound up doing that. And I think for like if you guys get the high school years expansion, I kind of would turn this into like a stream setup because I thought that would be kind of cool if they were a streamer. So if you guys do get this, get the high school years pack, that's kind of like the vision I had in my head. Also, I put the clown picture in here because I think teens do have like quirky little things or like they think things are, funny like that. You know what I mean? Like if I were still a teenager, I probably would have put that in my room. I just think I think clowns are kind of cool. So I probably would put that in there. Some people find them scary. Sometimes like some of them are really scary, but I'm usually okay with clowns. I'm usually okay with clowns. Um, I think I can't remember if I put this in yet. Um, but yeah, I might be done with the teens room. But in the teens room behind the picture, I wound up putting like a bottle of liquid behind there and a lighter. Some sneaky teen things and that they might be hiding from their parents. So I wound up putting those back there because why not? Also, the windows in the teens room, if I do wind up like renovating this for the high school years pack, I probably will do like a little like a ladder outside of that and put the windows in that you can sneak out of. And I'm kind of like I'm excited for that new pack, and that's kind of why I'm doing these type of builds that have more like teen rooms and teen things in them because I'm just so excited. And um well, today I'm filming this. It's July 15th, and I just watched the live stream. I'm so excited. Like curved walls, the new phone, like selfies, like I'm so excited for this new pack. Like just get ready to be sick of me with all the new pack content. So just get ready. But right now I'm just doing some landscaping, and this is how I normally do my landscaping. I usually put like a bunch of rocks and then like the train paint around it. And the backyard, I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do for the backyard. So I think I did play around a little bit back there. Um, but I was trying to make it look like as realistic as possible, right? Like realistically, I don't really know anybody that has like an in-ground pool in their backyard, especially someone that is like a just like a normal like family, you know what I mean? Like I know people who have pools, but usually it's like a deck and then the pool next to it, or they have like a separate deck built and then they have like, their back porch, things like that. And I really don't know anyone who has an in-ground pool. I think in-ground pools are more like luxurious in my mind. Like maybe that's just because just because I didn't really grow up in like a very wealthy area and I wasn't very wealthy, so maybe that's just like my view on it, but I don't know anybody who has like in-ground pools. So that's what I'm doing right now is building an above ground pool, and it's not super big, right? But I think it will be fine for your Sims. Like just like a cute little hangout spot. And I did wind up putting these little chairs and like a umbrella table, and I thought that was kind of cute. I don't know if your Sim can. I don't think I play tested that. Did I? Yeah, I don't think your Sims can actually sit on there, but it is a nice little like decoration. Just like my thought process is like, oh, the parents are sitting there watching their kid learn how to swim and like things like that. Because I remember when I was a kid, I used to go swim in my neighbor's house, and they used to have like, kind of like a similar setup like that where they had the chairs and the umbrella table, and like my mom and my dad used to like sit there and watch me swim when I was a kid, and I remember that like very vividly. So I kind of wanted to put that in the build. Right now I'm just adding some more landscaping, just some like, I guess kind of, well, they're not really flower boxes. I can't think of the words for anything today. Like my brain is just blanked like completely. But I did also record this like I want to say like 5 separate times. Like I have started over so many times recording this because I would like mess up or oh actually I did wind up changing the speed of the video because it was really fast, and I was like, no. So I had to go fix it, and then it took like forever for it to like render, and it was pain. But at this point, I did wind up going back because I forgot to do this half bath. But I went back in to do it, and I think at this point, like, we're almost done with the build. But I actually like the way this half bath turned out. But if you guys notice, in I think all of the bathrooms, I did the same wallpaper because, you know, like when some people do at-home renovations and they just have like a ton of like the same materials. Well, that's kind of like the thought process that I had in this. I think at this part, I kind of, you'll see like it kind of skips. I wound up cutting out a big part where I was scrolling through debug. That's what I was doing. So yeah, it kind of cuts to a different time of day. And I think that is all for the build, and I will see you guys in a couple minutes, and we are going to actually tour the build so it's not super fast. All right, everyone, so here's our house, and it is raining and it is in the fall, which I don't understand why. The world that I built it in was in the summer, and it literally asked me again before I joined the game, what season do you want to play in, which I've already played in this world a few times, so like it's weird. But anyway, here is our house in the rain, I guess. I like to put two cars sometimes in the driveway because I like to imagine like, oh, this is like the family car and this is like the teens brand new car. So I kind of like that. And here's our yard. Nothing too crazy. I think it's kind of believable that this is like a family home. So this is our little entryway and our fake little closets. And here is our living room with my favorite couch. So I kind of like that we moved the desk into here because it's more central. But here is our kitchen and dining. And then this room right here, this is the room that I was talking about earlier that was technically labeled a utility room. So you could put your laundry in here, you know, whatever you want. I just turned it into a pantry. And then there's our half bath. And then, so one thing that was kind of cool about this blueprint is this hallway. I've never thought of doing the doors like that, but you know what? Now that I think about it, I feel like I've seen somebody's house that has that. I guess it's kind of realistic. Here is our kids' room. And like I said, you could put like one kid in here, two kids, however many you want or can fit. And then the messy teens room. So your sim is going to actively try to keep cleaning this room. So if your teen is like a slob or something and they live in this room, just click this and lock the door for everyone but that sim if you really don't want them cleaning it. My sim right now, that's why she's in here, is she's trying to, oh, she's not. She's actually going to sit and try to play, or she's trying to talk to somebody. So here, I wanted to show you guys the thing I was talking about with like the bottle and the lighter that I kind of hid behind the painting. I know it's kind of hard to see, but here's the bottle and the lighter kind of behind the painting. So, oh god, we're in the wall. Okay, now we're gonna go to the bathroom. This is just like the family bathroom. Here's the master. Kind of kept it simple. That's one thing I've been kind of trying to keep in mind, is making more simple builds for you guys so you guys can fully customize things how you want. And the master bath. This is all fully functional. Your sim can get up here and use the bath. Our little toilet here and walk-in closet. Nancy land grab out here, and this is our house. All right, everyone, that is all I have for you today. If you guys have the time, please like, follow, comment, subscribe, do all those things that all the YouTubers tell you to do. And even if you can't, I really appreciate you guys watching and making it this far in the video. I am going to try to do some more base game builds for you guys, so if you guys like this, please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye, everybody.